What's good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I am TheSaffronMan, and this is RedVsRed. We're going to be talking all about Manchester United versus Spurs tomorrow in the EFL Cup quarter-final. I'm really excited for this one. I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, we've had a good result against City, but really, we've not been on the best of form as of late, and we're all hoping, through all the madness going off the pitch at the moment with Marcus Rashford and Garnacho and everything else, it's nice to get talking about football again, like getting back on the pitch, because we did get a really great result against City, against the odds, with the manager making tough decisions, and it was a massive positive step forward. So now can we also take that positive step forward and continue our progression in this cup? Because look, this is the quarter-final. It is not like this is probably our best chance to get silverware this season is in this cup. So we have to take it seriously. And when we look at Tottenham, they're having a bit of a mixed bag of a season, and we're not doing much better. But if you look back at our previous games versus Tottenham, so the last 4 games, we lost 3-0, we drew 2-2, we lost 2-0, we drew 2-2. So we haven't got a win in 4 games versus Spurs. But then the 4 games before that, we won 2-0, we won 3-2, we won 3-0, we won 3-1. So we won the 4 previous before that, but we haven't won in the 4 since. So it's definitely a mixed bag, and it could be an absolute Christmas cracker. Because it means a lot to both clubs. They both had a decent result recently, and it's Christmas. Games are coming. It's not the league. It's going to be really interesting how both teams go about this. But I'm really excited for Manchester United to be taking it to Tottenham, and I want to talk about my team prediction that I've got coming up here. So here we go. Let me know what you think down below, where I'm right or wrong, but this is kind of what I'm going for. And there's a theme that I've gone with, but let me kind of go through the team and see if you can come up with the theme when I get towards the end here, right? Now, the back three, let's not gloss over Onana. Look, the only reason why Onana's in there, because we don't have anyone that can come on in and take his place at a consistent level. Bayern is untested and unproven. You're not going to bring him in against City or anything else. Maybe, like, if there was any time that a secondary goalkeeper would be given some minutes, it would probably be now in the EFL Cup. However, I think the manager's going to stick with Onana, but Onana's in rocky territory for me. He really is. So anyway, onto the back three. I was surprised to see this against City, this back three, and I kind of like it. Maguire, that's Maguire's home, the centre of a 3. In a 2, it's hard for him to work, and he's 32 now, and he could have a long role. Like, if Johnny Evans can play that role now, Harry Maguire could be in the centre back of a 3 for many years. Whether it's a centre back of a 3 with Manchester United, that I'm just saying, like, he could play that centre back role for a long time. That's it. If he's got Martinez and De Ligt both beside him, and they both got legs, Maguire's great with corners. I don't know. I just think this really did work against City. City didn't really have anything going on and didn't really create too many chances, and I think Maguire and Martinez and De Ligt were a main part of that. That is a 3 that I'm excited and happy to see. Now, yeah, I would love to see like Johnny Evans get minutes, and obviously Lenny Yoro's going to be getting some minutes as well. Maybe, Maguire comes out, De Ligt goes in the middle, and Lenny Yoro gets his first start on the right of the 3. But yeah, I'm happy. Like, we need to win this game. So yeah, I'm not going to say we won't win it with Euro in the team. I just think we can't really mess around with the formation and the team too much, right? We need a little bit of consistency now going forward. We've just used this back 3 to win against City. As long as there's no injuries or niggles, I would say let's go with that back 3 again in a cup game where we need to win, where the stakes are still pretty high. So yeah, I'm happy with that back 3. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Going into the midfield, and again, I've got that theme, which we'll get to in a minute. Mazraoui, having that freedom to just clock back whenever we're in a bit of pressure, or to just bombard forward. He is just like a gazelle, just running through every. He is such a good player for us, and if we could have him in more advanced positions, that's going to do nothing but help us. So yeah, keep that solid back three of Maguire, De Ligt, Martinez, and let's allow Mazraoui and Malacia to just go up and down whenever they're needed. Look, Malacia's been getting some minutes. Is he going to be playing for us for like the next 2 years or so? I don't know. But he's getting minutes where we haven't seen him play in how long? It's going to take him, let's be honest, he's taking him like 18 months out of the game. It's going to take him 6 months of playing time to kind of get back to where he was, minimum. Like, the speed we saw, that is not quite there yet, but that will come in time. So he's got some natural match fitness to be trying to build up at the moment before we can even consider it, really. But he is getting minutes. Is it going to be in a peak form? We don't really have a lot of options. No one seems to be wanting to give Harry a mass a go. So, yeah, Tyrone Malacia, I think, is going to be a good option for us. Now, this midfield could be so different. We could have Bruno sitting in the middle. We could have Casemiro there. We could have Eriksen getting some minutes. But look, I think he likes Kobe Mainoo. He came on with Mason Mount and being injured, and he was fantastic against City. And I think Ugarte is tried and trusted. Like at the moment, like he wants to play. He was fantastic against City. So yeah, I think that is a solid combination. And the more minutes that Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo get together is going to be better for Manchester United as a club, as a whole, going forward. So the sooner they can get these partnerships up and running, and they know who's going, who's staying, when to do the 1-2s, where they're going to be in different areas of the pitch, it's going to be a game changer. We've got Kobe. That could be a midfield duo for the ages. Give them enough time, it could be crazy. But going forward, look, we've seen Ahmad be in the wing-back role, but we've seen now that he can do stuff in the 10 as well. Bruno is going to be playing in that 10. If we can find a way for those two to just combine a bit more, usually it's a Bruno solo effort, usually it's an Amad Diallo kind of solo effort or a long ball or something. If we can get those two to click together, Amad Diallo and Bruno Fernandes, there's not a defence in any league, in any cup, that will be able to handle them, in my opinion. I would love to see more Mason Mount. Obviously, he's now injured, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to Mount and Bruno playing in those 10s. But now it looks like it's going to be Ahmad and Bruno. And so, yeah, let's get them combining as well. And if we can have those combinations throughout the pitch, with De Ligt, Mazraoui, with Malacia and Martinez, with Ugarte and Mainoo, with Bruno and Ahmad, I think that combinations all over the pitch is what we're looking for. And we've got the potential for that in this team. And again, I've gone with Højlund up top. He's doing well for us. He's looking for the physical challenge all the time. He's playing with his back to goal a little bit. Like he's always bending down, like trying to gain the space and stuff like that. But in order for that to happen, you need players around you to be able to quickly feed off the ball for the ground that you're holding up, right? But when you're up front on your own, most of the time, which he is, you need to be able to turn quickly and just be gone. You don't want your back to goal. You want to be facing goal, knowing which way you're going to turn to try and beat your defender. So I really appreciate that he's battling with those defenders. He wants that fight. But you got to do that at certain times. Now maybe he's learning that dark art at the moment, and maybe next season we won't see him do it so much because he knows when to do it and what to do it. But you want to see him bombard past that defender every now and then. You don't want him to see hold up. Sometimes just do a little cheeky Cruyff turn or just flick it behind you, run behind, and just be more threatening with that pace and that power that he's got. Right now, defenders know that he isn't going anywhere. So just holding up the ball and most of the time taking the ball off him because no one's around him. So if he can control the ball, maybe fake holding up and then just breeze past the defender, then we'll start getting excited. But the theme for this team is that players throughout the pitch want to play for United. Okay? Maguire wants to play. De Ligt wants to play. Martinez wants. Mazraoui, best player of our season so far. Kobe Manu wants. Ugarte, hungry for it. Malacia wants those minutes. He wants to perform well. Ahmad wants to do well. Bruno wants to play. Højlund wants it. We don't know that Garnacho and Rashford actually want it. So we know that Rashford has obviously been put on the transfer list or whatever, and he doesn't seem to want it. It hasn't looked like he's wanted it for a while. And yes, he's had some good matches here and there. We thought he's back, but it just didn't quite click, and we've changed manager, and he doesn't seem up for the challenge. These players here that I've picked are up for the challenge. And that's why I'm excited that we might have a chance v Spurs. Might not be taking a risk with the players that aren't really in the right headspace yet. Now, maybe Garnacho does get a spot over like Malacia or something. I don't know. I don't know if Rashford or Garnacho are going to play. But with that team that I've got there, there's no doubt that every single person on that team wants to play for the shirt, wants to play for the badge, and is willing to run through brick walls to try and make it happen, as most of them did against City. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like the solid shape that we have with this team, and I also like the willingness for them all to run forward and try and create stuff. It wasn't creating a lot against City, let's be honest, but we had to go, it's away at City, at the Etihad, and we did well. We did so well to make it a boring game, and then took our chances when we did. So I'm excited for this one. I really think that we're going to pull this one off. Now, there's one thing that is to be sure about this tie, is that there are goals throughout. 3-0, 2-2, 2-0, 2-2, 2-0, 3-2, 3-1, 3-0, 6-1, 1-1. Like, there's always goals in this game. And it's a cup game at Christmas. I'm going to say 4-3 United. I think it's going to be an absolute bedlam of goals. Maybe there's a bit of frost on the pitch, or maybe there's a few clangers. Maybe someone scores like 3 goals in the first half, and then United come back to win 4-3. To say, I don't know. I just think there's something crazy is going to happen. So 4-3 United. That's what I'm going to go with. There are goals in this game. I mean, Onana's liable to let a couple in. If that happens, then we're going to have to put our front foot forward and make it happen. So let me know what you think. It's going to be a tough one. Sporadiclese is going to be back on Friday. We should have the main podcast back this weekend. Hope you're all enjoying your Christmas. Make sure you go and get all your shopping done nice and early. My throat is already going, so yep, it is what it is. But yeah, look after yourselves. Happy holidays. Speak to you real soon. Come on, United. 4-3 against Spurs in favour of United is what I'm going for. And I'll see you all soon. Peace.